On June 21, 2026, nearly 1 lakh people descended on the Yashobhoomi Convention Center in New Delhi. The sheer density of the crowd was high enough to crash the local UPI networks, leaving fans sitting on the floor for hours just to access food and water. The catalyst for this bottleneck was the release of the Seam and Cover Drive sneaker lines, the first major footwear drop from the brand 18. Entry was gated by the District app, which required fans to pre-order a pair of shoes to secure a pass. Despite the logistical hurdles, the initial inventory sold out in minutes to buyers across India. We usually see this level of consumer mania reserved for global streetwear giants or high-end electronics. In India, seeing this reaction for a domestic label suggests a shift in how a sports fan base can be converted into a retail audience. 18 is attempting to move past the traditional celebrity endorsement model, where an athlete simply lends their face to a product, and instead operate as a standalone retail entity. The footwear launch is just one part of a wider business footprint. Through True Palette Hospitality, the brand has already established 18 Commune, a chain of high-end restaurants in major cities like Bengaluru and Mumbai. The strategy here favors deliberate growth over rapid franchising. By owning the majority share of their outlets and hand-picking locations, they maintain tight control over the brand's premium positioning. This ecosystem now extends into proprietary fragrances and a dedicated kids' athleisure line, diversifying the brand across several distinct consumer categories. By integrating into hospitality, apparel, and personal care, the company is building a lifestyle brand that can theoretically survive the end of an athlete's playing career. The capital for this expansion was originally built on a record-breaking endorsement. In 2017, Virat Kohli signed a 110 crore rupee deal with Puma, becoming the first Indian athlete to cross that financial threshold with a single brand. However, when Puma reportedly offered a 300 crore rupee extension to keep that partnership alive, Kohli turned it down. He chose instead to take an equity stake in Agilitas Sports, a startup founded by the former managing director of Puma India. This pivot allows 18 to operate as an Indian-owned competitor in the performance market, with the infrastructure to target international cities like London and Dubai. Moving from a fixed endorsement salary to an ownership model gives an athlete the same financial incentives as a founder, linking their long-term wealth to the company's actual market performance. Beyond the ownership structure, the brand is held together by a specific number. 18 is the primary identifier for every branch of the business, from the restaurant names to the labeling on the footwear. But this choice is not just a marketing gimmick. On December 18, 2006, 18-year-old Kohli lost his father to a sudden heart attack while he was in the middle of a high-stakes match. He returned to the pitch the very next morning to score 90 runs, choosing to perform through a period of profound personal loss. That foundational date was mirrored 2 years later, when he made his international debut for India on August 18, 2008. For the athlete, the number acts as a permanent record of this transition, from the tragedy of his father's death to the start of his career. The fans in Delhi are paying for more than just technical footwear. They are buying into the specific persistence that the number 18 represents. By turning personal history into a scalable business, Kohli has moved past traditional sponsorships into a model of total brand ownership.